Chullin Daf Kuf Mem Aleph. Yes, 140 daf into Chullin, only one more daf to go. Says the Mishnah, if you try to be Mekayim the mitzvah of Shiloh HaKen, you shoo the mother away, and before you have a chance to grab the eggs, she comes back, you must shoo her away even 100 times, because the Torah says Shaleach. And the Mishnah continues on with two more halachas. What happens if you reversed it? You forgot the halacha. You shooed the babies away, and you grabbed onto the mother. You're still mechuyev to send the mother away, because it says to Shalach Hasei. What happens if you want to be Mekayim the mitzvah over and over? So you shoo the mother away, you grab the eggs, you put the eggs back into the nest, and then the mother comes back. And then you go again, you shoo her away. Are you Mekayim the mitzvah? Says the Gemara. No. Says the Mishnah, no. Because it's not considered loy mezuman, it's considered mezuman, it's prepared. Once you grabbed onto the chicks and to the eggs, that's it. It's as if they're yours, they're in your possession, so you can't be Mekayim the mitzvah again. So what do we do with the word tishalach? It says shaleach tishalach. Says the Gemara, an amazing chiddush. What happens if you have another mitzvah, such as you want to purify a mitzvah, or a woman who gave birth, she needs a bird. So now you have a mitzvah to purify the mitzvah versus the mitzvah of sending the mother away. Perhaps the mitzvah of the mitzvah should overcome the mitzvah of sending the mother away, and you could use the bird. Why would I say such a thing? Says the Gemara, because since it's also for mitzvah to be with his wife, so now we're dealing with shalom bayis issues. You want to purify him. And you see that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is willing to erase his name for shalom bayis by the saita. So I would think that the mitzvah should overcome and outdo the mitzvah of Shiluch HaKen. Therefore the Torah says, Tishalach, in all cases you must send the mother away. What if you didn't send the mother away? You took the mother to yourself. Do you get malchus or you don't get malchus? According to Rabbi Yehuda, you get malchus. And there's no rectification. You can't send the mother away afterwards, because sending away the mother is immediate. There's no way you could send her away afterwards. Once you mevatel that mitzvah, that's it. It's too late. According to Chachamim, you could rectify it by sending her away. Yet there's a machlokes in Makkos. How much time do you have to send her away? According to one shita, you only have a few seconds, and according to the other shita, you have up until you nullify the mitzvah completely. And I'll explain. The Gemara says over there, the question is it kimu v'loy kimu, or is it bitlu v'loy bitlu? Meaning, are you over just by not being mekayim the mitzvah? Do you get malchus? And says Rashi by us, you only have terch kedei dibur, you only have a few seconds to be mekayim the mitzvah and chewing the mother away, and if not, you get malchus. And we're talking about a lav hanitik la'aseh. The classic example is, let's say somebody steals something. If he returns it, he rectifies the aver. The Torah says v'heishvis agzela. That's nitik la'aseh. It's a lav hanitik la'aseh. If you give it back, you're mekayim da'aseh. You rectify the lois aseh. So by Shiluch HaKen the same thing. The Torah says lo yisikach hayim alabanim. You should not take the mother. But if you do, shaleach tishalach, I could undo it by sending her away. Or the pshat is bitlu v'loy bitlu. The only time you get malchus is if you mevatel the hasei, if you nullify the hasei completely. How do you nullify the hasei by us? By shechting the mother, by getting rid of her completely. As long as you didn't get rid of her, she's still in your hand, you could always send her away. It could be tomorrow, you send her away. So according to that shita, you have unlimited amount of time as long as you don't kill her. Now Rabbi Yehuda admits by Gezel that you have unlimited amount of time to return it, because it doesn't make any sense that the Torah would say immediately after you stole. Obviously the person wants to enjoy his Gezel a little bit, and then he's going to do tshuva and he'll return it afterwards. The same thing applies by shikha and peah. If a person, according to Rabbi Yehuda, turns around and picks up what he forgot, or he didn't leave a corner of the field for the aniyim, it's too late, he gets malchus right away. And binyan d'yoyma, it says by carbon pesach, you're not allowed to leave any bit left of the carbon pesach. Yet it's a lav hanitik la'aseh, because it says be'esh tisroifu, whatever's left over, you shall burn in the fire. So according to Rabbi Yehuda, you don't get malchus by carbon pesach. Shiluch HaKen, you have to shoo the mother away. As long as she gets out of your reach, you're mekayim the mitzvah. What if you clipped her wings and you shoot her away? She could just run away by foot. Machlokes Amoraim. Rav Huna says that's enough. Rav Yehuda says that's not enough. You have to make sure that she can run away with her wings. In fact, the Gemara says there's a person who clipped the bird's wings. The bird ran away, and Rav Yehuda wanted to give this guy malchus, but he waited. He said, "Let me wait until the bird grows wings back," like Chacham say, "Kimu v'le kimu," that you could wait until you could be mekayim the mitzvah, and he waited until she grew wings. The Gemara says that somebody asked Rava, an interesting story, even though we had that halacha before, but it's kedai to say over the story for the end. Somebody asked Rava, what about a tima? It's a type of a bird. And the Gemara says, well, maybe he meant to ask because it only lays one egg. And Rava said, of course, one egg is enough. Like we said, kan means even one singular. But what's interesting is that Rava waited there. Since he asked him the question, Rava understood he's about to shoo the bird away. He waited and grabbed the bird for himself. Says the Gemara, there wasn't a problem of marasayim because he did it in a way that nobody could see that he was trying to chop the bird. We mentioned briefly Yoinei Aliyah, the birds, the pigeons that live in one's attic. It's a very interesting brisa. On the one hand, the brisa says that you're makayim the mitzvah of shiluch haken in pigeons that are in your attic, meaning they're not considered mizum and they're not prepared. On the other hand, the brisa says that if somebody comes and takes the pigeons, he would be over and gezel. How could he be over and gezel? They're not yours, they're not prepared. So there's two ways to understand the Gemara. The Gemara says either we're talking about an egg coming out of a pigeon, most of it came out, and therefore you have a chiyuv of shiluch haken on that egg. But it's not yours completely because it didn't drop yet to the ground, but you're mechuyev to return it for darkei shalom. Or now the gezel would be on the mother because you had in mind to catch the mother. Or since the mother's too hard to catch, so there's no gezel on the mother, but the gezel is on the egg, and since it's about to drop into the nest, you had in mind to be kained, and therefore if somebody else takes it, he's over on gezel. Another way to understand the Gemara says, is this amazing halacha by Rav. Rav says we're talking about the eggs, they came out completely from the bird, but they're not the owner of the attic's eggs. Why? Since he didn't do shiluch haken, and the bird is still on the eggs, so it's usher for that person to be zaycha in the eggs until he shoos the mother away. Since it's usher for him to be zaycha in the eggs, then they're not his. So why is there gezel? Gezel b'nei darkei shalom. We're talking about a youngster, a minor who grabbed the eggs, shalek halacha, but he has no problem being over in halacha, and his father should return the eggs b'nei darkei shalom, so people shouldn't be fighting with the father. Have a wonderful day.